What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Live More channel. In this video, a brother in arms of mine and myself went to Lake Weiss and tried to tackle the lake. We've been fishing with each other a bunch. We grew up together. He's a great friend of mine. He's every bit of a brother I could possibly have, but not just because we grew up together, but he also served in the military. He was in the Marine Corps. I was in the Air Force. If y'all are new to the channel, I served 6.5 years in the Air Force, and I can't remember exactly how long he served, but he served in the Marine Corps. Great guy. Love him to death. His name is Troy. First time ever recording together. Lake Weiss was kind of tough this day. It was right after a big rain, so the lake wasn't exactly fishing the way that we wish it would have. But let's stop this. I'm going to show y'all pretty much what I was throwing, what gave me success, which is just a Texas rig with a crawl on it. So let's jump into that, and then we'll jump into the video. So one technique that I use almost more than anything, it's a great fish catcher. You can use it all year round, and it seems to always catch fish. Obviously, some times of the year better than others. However, a Texas rig is far none. You can always catch a fish on it. All you have to do is change up your bait slightly. In the video, I was throwing a Rapala bait, or a Crush City bait to be exact. I've been loving their product here lately. This is a Guggen bait. I really love their product as well. Some of the places that I buy them at are a little bit harder to find the colors that I prefer for Guggen's, but Crush City has been stepping in, so I just used what I can get a hold of and what I feel comfortable in. So let's go ahead and get into this rigging. So right here we have a 3/8 ounce bullet weight. We put the line through the weight. Make sure that your bullet is facing up your line. So you want to have it going towards your rod tip, and we just want to kind of get that out of the way. Next, so for me, I like to throw a 3/0 hook. This is actually a 2/0 hook. This is what I just so happen to have had in my suitcase because I'm currently on a job at the moment. So you want to pass it through. I'm going to be tying a polymer knot. We're going to pass it right back through. So right here, if I were to pull my tag end, this would actually come out through the eye. Obviously, we don't want to do that because we'd have to start over. But what we're going to do, we're going to grab our tag end, and we're going to bring our fingers really close to the end. I like giving myself more room than I possibly need. So we're going to have our hook hanging in the middle. Here, we're just going to do our standard knot, and it's going to leave us with something like this. Now, what I do, I stick a finger inside of it so that way this loop does not close. Feed our hook through the loop and pull where our finger is, so that way we almost end up with a figure 8 knot. Now from here you want to whip and then pull tight. Be careful whenever you're doing this. Last thing you want to do is get a hook in the finger. Been there, done that. Not fun. Now when you go to tighten, once you get it close, do not pull on your tag end. Go from your main line. I like putting my finger in that little groove, so that way it gives me something tight to pull off of, and leave the hook end exposed so that way you don't have to worry about getting a finger in it. And then pull. You might have to rotate it around a little bit and keep going until it's nice and tight. Personally, I do not pull the tag end at all unless I see some sort of loose loop inside of it. Most of the time you have a loose loop inside of it. That was something that was up with your knot, but that's okay. Pull a little bit on your tag end and it should tighten everything back up. Don't put too much pressure, and if you do pull your tag end, make sure you pull your main line again to repurpose that knot back into all the strength being on the main line. This gives you 2 points of contact through the loop with your knot. So now, once you have that, you want to cut this off. I don't have cutters, so just going to use my teeth. You don't have to go too crazy small on your tag end. So now, what you'll be looking at is this. So once you have this, your weight can slide up and down freely, which is really good for rock and everything. Your weight can drop and then it won't put as much motion on your bait. And then you can slowly pull the bait back to the weight. So now, what I like to do is I'll take my bait and I'll take my hook and I'll look at it. I've done it enough times where I can pretty much just go right into it, but whenever I was first starting, and especially with new baits, I'll look at it and figure out where that sweet point is. What I like to do is I like to take the very top of the bait and go right essentially to the top of the knot or the top of the eyelet. So right there, and then we're 1 to 2 ribs down. So here, most important part, you want to try to thread this on as straight as humanly possible. So there. Another way you can do it is go essentially straight down until it starts hitting the bend. Once it starts hitting the bend, poke it out, and that will almost always give you what you need. So right there, we're right in between our 2nd and 3rd rib, which is perfect. We want to slide him up until we're nice and flat on there. Okay, so as you can see, it covers up our knot, covers up our eye. Now, here's where you can mess up if you have something really soft like a Guggen bait. You don't want to pull this bait too much or else you'll rip it. So gauge where you want to be. I want to be roughly right there. So I will actually push my bait down. You see that? Push it down, bending the body, and then try to come straight through the middle, which that will give me something that looks like that. Now, whenever I get here, I pull on the body slightly, and what this is doing is expanding this plastic, or expanding this rubber, and then I hook it back through the tip of the hook. So now we're weedless. I can pull it through grass, I can pull it through rock, I can pull it through brush, anything you could possibly imagine, and you'll be fine. Obviously, once you get casting and everything, you want to check this often. Me, I do a visual inspection every single cast because it only takes 1 cast to either catch a stick, then you blow out a spot, or you go through and start hanging up on grass or whatever, or who knows, it just might be time to replace the bait because this will start to wear out after so many fish catches or after so many hook sets, to include this back part of the bait. Now, here's why I like to come up to the knot with my bait. So right here, I like my weight to sit on my bait and not my knot. So preferably I would actually bring this bait a little bit further up, but for demonstration purposes, it'll be fine. I like when my weight is sitting on my bait because after so many hook sets and so many rocks or so many trees or so many casts or landing and popping and anything in between, this weight's going to sit here and it's just going to beat this. It's going to beat it and it's going to beat it and it's going to beat it, and eventually it will actually cut your knot. So then you finally catch that trophy bass, you set the hook into them, and all of a sudden this line snaps. Then you're out, you know, either a lead weight or a tungsten weight, which is very expensive, regardless if I'm fishing really cheap tackle or I'm fishing very high-end tackle. I don't want to lose any of it. I don't want to have to pay any more money than I have to pay. So that's why I rig it the way I do. That right there is what I was fishing at Lake Weiss. I tend to fish more of a crawl color, so either like a green with some orange or red. It really depends on the time of the year. Like I said, this is just what I had in my suitcase. It's actually a June bug color. Great color. This is one that you would actually want to fish during the same times that you would fish black and blue or whatever. Purple is a great bait. Is a great color bait. So that's how you rig a Texas rig. Go ahead and rig it up. Go out there. Let me know what y'all think. Take them easy, take them easy. Remember, a lot harder fighting fish. Yes, sir. First.
She did, bud. Is this your first alien abduction? Kind of looks like it. Oh, thank you. Have a good day.
All right.
Come again. Bye.
Way to go, bud. Because I need that hole. Oh, man. Right where he was supposed to be. That's a good one. That's a good 2.5, baby. That's you a large jaw. There you go. Boom, get you some of that.
Oh, yeah. What is this? Oh, because I'm pointing the wrong way. That's why it's going the wrong way.
Slow it down a little bit, it'll help you out. 5 would have been like that.
Yeah. Back to back, huh?
Yeah, that's a good one though. Oh, that's a real good one.
Nice. Yeah, he is.
Oh, baby. I think that's 4 all day. That is 4 all day. No, he ain't. Look at the frickin' mouth on that sucker. Yo!
That's a nice guy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm hitting shit in my pocket. Hitting shit in my pocket. Oh. I hit anchor. Yeah, you'll definitely have to send that one to me. And let's see what she really weigh. I'm thinking 3.5. Oh, God, I don't.
I'm going with a 325.
Grab it. Feel it. I mean, it feels heavy.
Yeah.
Let's see what this chunky girl be doing. We suck.
What is it?
298.
Okay.
We just ain't been catching no biggins.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, girl. There you go, bro. Thank you. I'm gonna let go of you. I'm gonna let go of you. There she goes. Yeah, she's busy. Dupe! Oh man, that'd actually be a pretty good looking rig. Look at that. What do you think?
Oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all liked the video, drop a like, leave a comment, hit subscribe with the bell notification on, and I'll continue to produce these videos. I love making the content, and I truly enjoy seeing what y'all have to say in the comments. I enjoy knowing what y'all think. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, it does not matter to me. If I can improve, the only way I know, with the exception of, maybe me not catching enough fish or whatever, which is something that I know automatically. But if it's video content, sound quality, video quality, whatever it may be, let me know in the comments, and I will try to be better and improve my content more and more as time goes by. I cannot wait to hear what y'all have to say in the comments. There's definitely a lot more video footage coming of more fishing trips and everything with my brother-in-arms, Troy. Troy, if you're watching this, you're incredible, buddy. Can't wait for the next trip. Now, everybody else, I hope y'all have a fantastic time. Get out on the water. I know it's starting to get cold. Doesn't mean the fish don't stop biting. And if you're hunting right now, good luck. See y'all on the next one. Remember, live more.